To start off. Yeah, that's fine. First and foremost, thank you all for allowing us to participate with you all today. We are CRA originators with US Bank. And the first slide just gives you what's important to us when selecting a bank to work with as an originator, when community reinvestment and low to moderate income buyers are your priority. And so with US Bank, we lend in all 50 states. We have an outstanding CRA reputation, marketing opportunities for our agents, so that if you co-partnering or partnering with us, you get your own profile with Total Expert, just the flyers and things that we create, we can create and co-brand with you. We can support you in your open houses, your listings. When you do a listing and you are a partnering agent with us, we are immediately notified. Our concierge service can help you put a marketing package together. And then we have a wide range of loan programs, some of which we will discuss today. Our lender fee waiver program, we give you, our fees are $770, some of the lowest in the industry, $395 application fee, $395 origination fee. $395, we do not, unless it's a government loan. For all conventional loans, we only collect the application fee up front. If it's a government loan, we do collect appraisal and credit report up front. The clients pay once, they have a full and executed contract. The great jumbo, we order our appraisals from day one. The minute that we get that contract and it's turned to an application, be it if a payment is in or not, that appraisal is automatically ordered. We have great jumbo portfolio products. So where we service and our passion is first-time home buyers, we have tremendous opportunity in the jumbo and luxury market. So if that's your area, we can help support you in that as well. We have best-in-class builder extended lock programs. Right now, that is the hottest topic in the industry, because if you have home buyers that's purchasing new construction, and as we all know, the builders are experiencing delays and issues, we can get that buyer locked in for up to a year. There's a cost for that lock, but to be secure into what today's interest rates are, it's the cost, you can't beat the value for the cost. If the opportunity for the rates go down while they're in an extended builder lock, they are given a one-time option to float down the rate. So they still have some opportunity to get a lower rate. They also, with the builder lock, be it that we know that here soon, within the next month or so, we're hearing that the feds are going to increase the rate again. We don't want to gamble. When we went into April, as you all know, the rates just went out the roof. So having this product to support new construction is huge for us, as well as for the agents, because the worst thing that can happen, most of you all know, when dealing with new construction, you don't really have a firm approval until about 30 days before that home is finalized. And to wait that long and rates went up 2 points, that can be detrimental to numerous people. We have true processing support. Our processing staff is not in-house, but they are in Colorado. We have firsthand relationship with them. The minute the files come in, we have 6 days to get, and that's why it's important. And in the pre-approval process, Shirley and I are both experienced originators. So for us, that means we're not going to give you a pre-approval letter until we have put our eyes on that customer's documents. We want to give you something of value. But within that time, if we're missing a letter or two, we'll go ahead and issue the letter if we know it can be substantiated. And then when that contract comes in, our files are pretty much ready to go to already go into processing. The minute the processor gets it, they get a full file. We don't like NOIs, notice of incomplete. We want the file to be full so that when that processor looks at it, she can push the button and submit it on into underwriting. Our underwriting turn times right now are at max 2 business days. When it gets busy during the summer, that may increase, but we are able to close purchase loans anywhere from 25 to 30 days on average. But that too depends on the relationship with the client and other factors. As I stated before, ordering an appraisal on day one, we don't delay for ordering an appraisal. Underwriter relationship, we can email, Teams, instant message, pick up the phone, we can do all of that. so that we can have conversations with our underwriters. They want us to close files. They're not sitting there trying to put files in the back burner. So if it's something we're not seeing eye to eye about, or even, things happen, and maybe we need to convey something different, or maybe they need to convey to us, because guidelines continue to change to support what's going on in the market. TBD. That's another huge factor for us. We can pre-flag a file. If we have a buyer that's on that brink, we're not certain of, or an insinuating circumstance, if we need to go ahead and send that file up without a contract and get you a conditional approval up front, if that'll help you win a bid, we'll do it. So, and we can do it and get you a response back within a day or so. Pre-CDs on all purchases. Those CDs come out of our underwriting hub, which is out of Colorado. But the minute that we get an approval on a file, if we have the preliminary CD from the title company, we can go ahead and request the early closing disclosure. As long as the appraisal is in, preliminary CD, and we have an approval. Doesn't have to be full approval, just an approval. What that allows us to do is to be able to start the closing clock. The CD may not be 100% accurate at that time, but it allows the closing clock to start, get that out the way, and as we continue and maybe to gather a condition or something that would get us full approval, while that's happening, that's out. Now the balancing with the title company does not happen until we have full approval. So, but to get the process moving, that's what allows you to close loans faster. Closing docs and wire out the day before closing, that is our goal. We want our stuff to be there the day before, not the morning of or whatever. And then there's gonna always be some situations. If we're trying to meet a deadline and something has gotten bowed down or something, it may happen. But the goal is to have everything in place, communication clear, everybody's appointment confirmed, so that there's no hassles and issues at the closing table. We fund same day. Wire goes out once the title company sends in their documents for review, funding documents, our files fund the same day, unless it's a cash out refinance. From here, I'm going to allow Ms. Shirley to talk about some of the standard products that we offer.
So some of the products that we have, when we have the low down payment option, we will do the City of Houston, Harris County. I'm in the process of getting Montgomery County approved right now. We have TDHCA. And talking about TDHCA, I closed a loan last Friday. It was a Houston Land Bank loan, and I closed it in 30 days. And
Experience pays.
And because she owned a home before, and it wasn't the 3 years, that's the true definition of first-time home buyer, I had to go to the bond program to get her some funds to help her. And luckily, the rates had not changed. I got her a 3.625 rate from bond. They didn't went up to 5 something now, but that would have priced her out. The 3.65 really helped her. So we have, that's what we say, the low down payment option.
Now they're at
5 something, yeah, 5.875 and 6.25. And right now they're going only up to 4% assistance because rates have jumped up. We can't get that 5.
Yeah.
We only going up to about 4 right now when I checked yesterday.
And that's 6.125.
To 5. We have the first time, we have several programs for first time buyers. And we do FHA, we do VA, we do USDA. We do lot loans. We also have lot loans that we could do.
Really?
Yes, exactly.
What's the criteria around a lot loan? Not many people do lot loans.
680, 20% down.
Yeah.
And our goal, our purpose for doing lot loans, we are a one-time closed construction lender as well. So we would like to see them, if they're purchasing a lot, to within 3 years. The amortization is over 30, but within 3 years, we would like to see them move over to construction financing. We want them to have a plan for the lot.
Yeah, do refinance?
Yes, yes.
Refinances a lot. Yes, we do do refinances, but we do not do cash out on lots.
Lots. And so that's another thing. We do cash out refinance. We do rate and term refinance. Also, we have a doctor's program as well. And with the doctor's program, they can put 5% down. We'll go up to
$1 million.
$1 million. And then we'll go up to 3 million if they put 10% down
No
for the
MI.
doctor's program, and no MI on both of those products.
So what makes the doctor's program like different than our loan? What makes it different for the doctor? Is it any criteria that y'all?
They have to be an MD.
Okay,
They have to 3 years out of residency.
okay.
And in addition to the certification, we have that 5% caveat for them up to $1 million, whereas all the other jumbo loan products is typically start at 10%.
Gotcha. Okay. So they put that
So we're
down.
just trying to make sure that there's an option out there for them, since we know that sometimes it's hard getting started. Their first year or two in practice,
Yeah.
they have to build their business in order to start making money, So that's a good way for them. We also do Daca loans.
What's that?
That's mean that if people that came here as kids, so we can do those loans.
Oh, sweet. So
Uh-huh.
the people that came here as kids, would they not have a social?
Yes, they will have a social, or they were born here.
Okay.
Yeah, then they have a social. We can do the Daca loans, and we could do FHA or conventional on that product.
Okay.
It's not limited. Some companies limited. It just depends on what they want to carry in their portfolio.
Gotcha. So is it that the DACA loan, what's the parameters around that?
They just have to qualify like everybody else, and they just
What do they get that's different from, say, an FHA loan?
Well, the thing is, on the DACA piece of it, it's not the student, not the children, it's the parent.
parents.
It's the parent.
Okay.
They've been here for all these years. They got a work visa. They meet all the criteria.
Right.
But they don't have a social because they never got their citizenship.
Sweet. But because they have kids here, then they
Right.
qualify for that.
That's correct.
Yes,
All
yes.
right. All right, got it. Now it makes sense.
Mhm.
I was trying to connect.
You have to have a social. Anytime you use it with foreign national or whatever, they have to have a social. We have to be able to run that social. But because they were not national citizens previously, the program was put on hold. Didn't know about deportation and all of that. But now the banks are, with a certain provision of the program itself, now the banks are able to make it. And that's so in Jefferson County, Belmont area, and then Shaney's over in the Pasadena area. But we all support each other. So if you want to hold an Hispanic home buying class, we can bring them in and they can help
Right.
translate
Exactly.
for us as well.
Mhm.
That's a tremendous opportunity in that segment of business.
Yeah.
Partner with maybe as a broker, if you wanted to bring in Hispanic realtors.
Right.
You need a support piece mechanism for it, but it's a tremendous market.
Mhm. And also, we're doing the CLT, both the Harris County and City of Houston.
Are you, man?
Yes.
All right, that's good to know.
Yeah.
The other
And we're
places-
doing the single family new construction.
Construction
That's
for
the goal
Harris
right
County.
there. That is the goal.
For
That's
Harris
where the goal
County.
is at.
So
Well,
what,
tell us about the goal, Captain. Come on, don't be holding back.
You sure don't want me to show you the
Okay, go ahead.
so we really want you to know that we're well-rounded, whether it's a first-time home buyer or traditional or whatever, but these programs, it's like, in order to get everything going, you have to really work as a team with your buyer. And you have to know how everything works. Like the City of Houston, we know that they're taking a little longer because you have to have the home buyer class and you have to have the pre-approval. Where Harris County, those CLT programs with Harris County and the new construction, you don't have that long wait like City of Houston. Catherine just had 2 approved. So now they're just trying to work out purchasing that house. You can mix the CLT Harris County with the new construction, and they give you about 45% off of the purchase price. And they have up to $35,000 that you can use for,
Yeah, we
the
not gonna
down
skip
payment.
past that, though.
yes,
We're gonna take some time.
Yeah.
Take some
Yes.
time on that one.
right.
Double that one back.
Okay.
Double that one back.
Yeah, how does that
I
work?
want to double 2 things back. One, we be sure to talk about the low down payment options. Down payment assistance, some people have money. Conventional is still a product that we can do 3% down on.
Okay.
That models FHA, 660.
Right.
660 with 3% down. The other thing is, and especially the reason why I bring that up is because I know in this market, we get frowned on with FHA and VA mortgages. So, you know, we can produce a conventional letter that's giving them 3% down and not showing a program, that's a benefit for your buyers. If you have buyers currently that have been out in the market, and this is the thing, it's enough business out here for all of us, so we're not trying to step on anybody's toes. We know each and every one of you got established relationships. But if you need someone to be able to put a file through underwriting, you've been out 10 times with a buyer and their offers are not getting accepted because they are FHA, VA, or whatever. If you need a lender partner to go ahead and get that file submitted and get you a true approval so that you can submit and break it down to the seller, FHA does not change your value of your house.
Right.
Put this in the contract, make it clear. This buyer is approved. This buyer has X amount to pay over. This is why they're offering you that. We will sit on the, you know, we will help you structure so that you can get the offer submitted and hopefully accept it. People gonna do what they want to do, but we want to give you a leverage. That's the conventional piece is huge to be able to have that. Now, when we talk about when we talk about Harris County, we'll start there. Single family new construction. I have, and I'm telling you firsthand, I'm not telling you what, and it's a work in progress with them because there are people sitting there in those offices with these billions of dollars of federal dollars, sometimes don't understand what needs to happen on the outside to get that money out the door. So you got us and others telling them exactly what to do, and they're trying to get it right. I have a buyer. So with the single family new construction, they have 12 new communities. They have 12 communities with new homes, and they may be limited homes in each community, but they are in different phases. So I have two. The first one, last Friday, she put her offer in. Brand new home in the Gaston community. The house listed for $195,000. The county listed the house for $195,000. And this lady, the max her mortgage payment can be is $900. The beauty of that program is that they will allow up to 45% off the list price of the house. Okay. That's a subsidy.
That's what she said. She said
I
that.
said up to 45% off the house. Okay, so now we got a $195,000 house. My client can only afford $900 a month mortgage payment. She had to qualify. She went through the COT part to get a subsidy amount that she could possibly get from them. And then she went over to the new construction part, right? Okay, so when she gets to the new construction part, they give up to 45%. And they give up to $35,000 in direct down payment assistance, and they paid all the closing costs. It does not get any better than that.
So they got 195.
The house brand new listed at $195,000. The county approved builder built this house and listed it for it. And the list price on it is $195,000 in the Gaston community.
Okay.
Okay. Now for this buyer to qualify, I need that house to get all the way down to about $125,000.
Yeah.
So they're gonna give up to 45% off the list price of the house. So what they're doing in that case is they're giving her, I think it's right at $40,000 off the house, which will bring it down to about $155,000. Then they're using 25 of the 35 towards the down payment, which brings it down to the $120,000, $125,000, $120,000, $125,000 loan amount, which gives me her $900 payment.
Wow.
And they pay the closing costs.
Now, is this a CLT product?
This is a single family new construction
So
product. The buyer owns the land, the house, and all of that. This money is tied to Harvey. And you know what's so sad? We didn't know about it. We stumbled upon it, okay? We stumbled upon it by submitting for a CLT, a buyer to be approved for CLT.
Right.
Well, she could have. Now, what sense does this make? This is where you got to know what you know, and it helped them. They was like, well, she can do the CLT program, but then it's going to cut back on what we can do on our side. Well, why does she need the CLT program when she's not going to? And he had pre-approved her for up to $50,000 in a CLT subsidy towards the land, right?
Yeah.
But why would she use that and jeopardize what $70,000 from them? Why would she do that? She don't need them. Now, in some cases, we may need them, but in this case, we did not.
Yeah.
Okay, got another one. She's buying in, I don't know if it's Cypress Meadow, I don't know what the community, I know it's like towards Cypress. We're waiting on her, the appraisal is supposed to be done there, so they're doing an appraisal. So once they get that appraisal, they're gonna set the list price of that house. And she too, now she qualifies for 160, about a 160 loan amount. So her house, she's probably looking at a house that's 248, 250, probably gonna come back in that range, but they're gonna do the same thing.
Wow, set it up.
You're talking
That's
about
gold.
single family women with 1 or 2 children, qualify at 80% AFMI. The only way in Houston, Texas, right now, for them to get a brand new home is to use this program.
Yeah.
And or they could use the city of Houston land bank program, not land trust, but land bank homes by their approved builders. But it does not give them, when they list the house, the discount is already attached. And only if they are in the 80% AFMI can they get the up to $30,000 from the city. Okay.
Don't they have to be buying in the city of Houston?
They have to be buying in the
Yes.
city of Houston. There was a property on Knox Street that we tried. These 2 buyers, how we ended up with the Harris County program, both of these buyers came to me from the same agent, trying to get them into the land bank home that was on Knox Street. And both of them, they both, when the conversation I had with them, neither one of them was pleased about the school district nor the location, but they were gonna try to make it work, but both of them didn't qualify for that $211,000 price.
Wow.
They just did not. And this is how we ended up stumbling on. You know, I talked to them and told them, you know, I understand you have hesitation about not owning your land, but this is just your first house. You know, this is the opportunity to own a home.
It's better than rent.
Send them over there with a CLT. And ended up finding this.
Yeah.
Y'all got this, they ain't even told us about it, you know?
So where do they have anything that shows the neighborhood, that shows
Yes.
the house?
Yes, it's a link.
It's a link.
It's a link in one of our, you wanna go to our set? I got the whole great, okay, in your package, I don't know if I put them in here. The digital ones, when you get the digital package, you're gonna get all the information about that program.
So make sure you put your emails in the chat
That's the single family. Yes,
so we can
pull that one up.
email you the digital information.
Yes, we need all your information so that you make it larger. Yeah,
We're
let
trying
me,
to make it larger.
yeah, let me, right there, right here, take your plus.
There we go.
Okay, there we go. But you didn't have the one with the listing. We can send Michael that.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll get the link, we'll send it all
We'll
out
send
to
you
you
the
to have the
listings,
link.
because we have a list of all the neighborhoods.
It's 12 listings, each one of them may have 4 or 5 homes, each one of them may have, some may have 6 or 7, some homes are being ready at the end of June, July, more into 3rd quarter, and some at the end of the year, so it's different
You know who the
phases.
builder is?
I don't know, but I think you knew the builder, right?
They buying it from different people. Some of them are buying, some of them are from KB. The Harris County is buying these from the
and they
builders
resell.
and putting their own, price on it.
Putting they white label.
Yes, yes.
The other program that you all probably need to know, so this is the Harris County Single Family, and all of you all are gonna get this flyer so that you can begin to share it out to your databases and all. You see the 3rd bullet where it says, the program will ensure households pay no more than 42% of their income towards housing costs. In other words, so our DTI for them cannot exceed 42%. If they go with the COT program, the DTI restriction is 40%. So you gotta know that.
Which is
It's
crazy.
really, really low.
Man,
But
we
the
know
other
that-
part to the COT program, the land, they don't pay, the buyer does not pay taxes on the land portion of the value. So
But they lease it though.
they lease it. They lease for 99 years.
Yeah.
They all have to take home buyer education classes. And one of the,
And the 80% incomes just went up. They're gonna be 50 something now, because I got something yesterday from Montgomery County. So did raise the incomes,
So the minimum is 50,000.
50
gonna
something,
be 50.
50 and some change for one person. So they did raise the incomes. So we should be getting that soon, and I'm sure this flyer will be updated on Harris County site, because we pulled it right off of their site.
it's a link. When we send you the link, save it as your favorite. That way you can just click on it and kind of see what's coming up, what's new. Yeah, it has all the information in there. They do the pre-approval. They got to be pre-approved first. They got to take a home buyer education class before they move into the application with them.
First.
They have to be pre-approved for a mortgage loan.
Land trust, it threw us off. It's because like with them, you got to do it simultaneously.
No, you have to have the pre-approval first. Now, and let me tell you something else, Michael. In your position, in your role, you have relationships with people in the city. So if you get connected with, we have the direct contact for the lady in the land bank. If you do listings or you begin to work with the program, you can help us push those instead of, because you still have to be pre-approved. If they're getting the city of Houston's money, they got to go through their pre-approval process and the land bank. Just like with this one, you go through the COT and then end up here. But you can help push that 2.5 month period that we waiting on the city. If you go into contract, you have a buyer want to buy one of their land bank homes, that lady and you are able to help us push. Once because she'll qualify them within a week or so. It don't take her that long. And once we know this is a buyer for this house, then all of us work together to push the city to give us the HAP number that's connected with the down payment assistance. Okay. It's a team effort. And just so you all know, the city has 2 large land tract communities, and in partnership with HBRA. So you should begin to see a whole lot more of this right here at Orem and 288 Cityscape. Those homes are going to be considered affordable.
Really?
Yes, that whole area that's going to be built by the city, and 40% of it is for low to moderate income buyers to be able to purchase. And then right here at 90 in Stella Link.
It's another community.
It's called the Stella Link project.
Right here, and right here.
No,
By you.
that's what I'm thinking. I'm just 90 and stuff. I'm trying to see where's some land over there.
They already own it
They
and
might
have started developing it.
Right, unless they bought some apartments, because there's a lot of stuff up there that probably need to go. Yeah.
So in your package, you do have the program comparison for the 4 different products for the city. You have your package. You should have information. Let's see. Go back to the presentation because it should have been printed out. I thought also, or maybe part of what's going on email.
That's the position.
I think it may be going out on the email, you all. I'm sorry, but you all would get everything. We just needed to send you all things digitally. We just have to have your permission. And you should coordinate.
So they're putting their email address in the chat.
Okay. You'll save it for us and then we'll make sure we get your card. So here, okay. So the city of Houston, you all know the money is still available for Harvey. And that is the one that allows for up to 120% in AFMI. That's another good one, but they gotta be purchasing inside the city, paying taxes to the city of Houston. So.
And you all can do that.
We can do that. That's right. And the other piece to that is not only do they have to be purchasing inside the city, paying taxes to the city, they had to, for the qualify for that higher income, they had to have been living in the city in a property. They could have been renting, but it had to be a property paying taxes to the city of Houston during Harvey, because that's how that money is attached. So the money for the single family new constructions from the county, that's attached to Harvey money as well. But that money, it can be, they qualify you based off of direct impact and indirect impact. So you didn't have to be living in Harris County, but your client, how are you impacted? So if you were living in Florida during the time of Harvey, that may create an issue. But they try to find ways to help you qualify.
Wow. So with the city, for you to qualify for that Harvey program, you would have had to have been living in the city of Houston. Not owning, no, but just living.
Right, renting somewhere in the city, you have to pull up the address and make sure it was a city of Houston property.
And we do that. That's the first thing I do. I look at their own address.
Okay.
And go into the city, and go into Harris County Appraisal District. You still go into Harris County Appraisal District.
Okay.
And you see, if it's a 61, then you know it's city of Houston.
Right.
When you go into the Harris County Appraisal District, that's the key to know.
Another important website, the FFEIC website, we can put that when we send you all a message, that geocoding, knowing if a home is qualified as low to moderate income area. I know you all are familiar with some of our other partnering banks that's part of HBREA, Cadence. I know Cadence had $10,000. Bank of America has $7,500. indirect down payment assistance and or closing cost assistance. And they qualify those buyers not only based off of the buyer's income. So let's just say the buyer's income is high, but if the property is sitting in a low to moderate or a majority minority community, then that's how they attach those dollars. And it's on portfolio products. This is the thing about us. We are a team. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna do my thing. I may do different things with you than what she's gonna do.
Right.
If I need her, I can call her. If I got a client that I know that she can better serve than I can, I'm gonna pick up the phone and call her.
Yeah.
I also, if I know it's something that we don't offer,
Yeah.
there's somebody else that can benefit this client, we're going to tell you
Yeah.
where to go.
Right.
And even will help get them to understand how they can benefit as opposed to us.
Yeah.
We gotta help our community.
Absolutely.
And that's the only way to do it at this point.
Yeah.
If you can't get her, you can call me. If you were trying to get her, I'll help. And then when she's available, you're gonna get her. That's how we work.
Now the team.
We're a team, okay? And we're a team to help in affordable home ownership. We are a team to help our partners. Your success is our success. We need you all. We don't have any, what we don't have is we don't have any US Bank branches sitting out here on the corners.
Yeah, I don't.
We get out
Not
and we
yet.
have to hustle, not yet. But we have both been in environments where we do have the bank branches, but we still have to work for hours because for whatever reason, we don't get a lot of retraction back out of the bank. And I don't have a problem with that. That's why we work weekends.
Right.
We do what we gotta do. We're not just sitting here waiting on the business to come. It's another thing. What? Oh, second half. Okay, so Arnez is our branch manager.
Okay.
He covers a lot of the most of the Texas market except Dallas. And then Viola Solomon, if you all are familiar with her, she's our area manager. And then we have Richard Ellender, which is our regional manager. So we have a strong management support staff as well that understands what our community needs are. Second half of the year, once we get past TARAP conference and all, if you all want to do something, as we get into mid-June and our home buying season, if you all need us to partner with you all to host an open house or to host a home buying workshop to talk about these programs and do pre-approvals on the spot, whatever it may be, we're willing to do that. To make it to where if it's virtual, you want to do something virtual, you just have to. Most of my calendar, pretty much 2 to 3 weeks out, is already booked. Shirley, what is it, about 2 weeks?
Yeah, kind of. Because right now I think I got a couple of things on there for next week.
I know one thing.
Or you want to do your event like you did at the
Yes,
church
in
last
October,
year? So that's something that we really need to work with him because he really had that organized last year.
And
And,
that program that y'all are offering is like
That can be our
top
draw.
notch. Yeah, actually it could be. Yeah.
Maybe
And we
both
can
of
get the
these.
county to be out there with us. They
Yeah.
want it out there. They just don't.
Yes.
I think they struggle with trying to figure out how to get it out there.
And I'll let y'all know about this other project that I was called on yesterday with a builder. They're gonna do 60 homes in Third Ward, 60, and we're just,
Affordable.
yes, and he sent me we're just trying to work out the incomes. He needed me to sit down with him and help him work out some income stuff. So we're working on that, but they're gonna do 60 homes. So we having our meeting next week.
Yeah.
I worked with him on something when I was at Amity. They had some townhouses that nobody would touch because it was about 50,000. And I worked with him because he was rehabbing the townhouses. And so they got in business after then. And when I closed this land bank, he realized who I was. So he reached out for the opportunity
Wow.
for me to help him with this particular
awesome.
project.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now we have an event coming up July 3rd that we may want to pull you in on. We call it our family reunion, where we bring the entire organization and bring the family together. And I think it may be a good opportunity to have a table and begin to.
Oh,
And
okay.
let us know. We'll do whatever we can to support and be there.
Right.
All right, Shay. Shay got it. You got it, Shay? Shay?
And we'll get all of this,
For family reunion.
Everything we'll shoot it out.
we'll shoot it out.
And then add a couple of links on there, resource links, so that you all have that.
No, that's a big tool, big resource. Like that's something that I'm as a broker really gonna get behind and really encourage the agents to take advantage of, and especially for our community.
Jesse, I don't know, are you familiar with Jesse Burton?
Thanks, Sam.
He's big in the low to moderate space, and both of his clients were the two that we were trying to get. He was a partner with the listing person for the house on Knox.
Yeah.
So both of his clients are the ones that's walking us through, and and they're sending me clients left and right. Can they do it? Can they do it? The biggest thing is we always make $1,000 too much for whatever reason. But
and maybe now that the incomes went up,
they may
you
go
can
back, circle back. Yeah, so
Just
look back
circle
to your client, think about what the lenders have told you, why they couldn't get approved, or if it's just those that was at that 125 or 175, and you're like, I ain't gonna find nothing. Let's revisit.
Earlier, you were talking about taxes and stuff. We will do the millage taxes on new construction. We'll give them that 20% up front. Our underwriters will give that, because I had one and they didn't, and Catherine sent them everything. We pulled out everything, because you can qualify now after you close. You can get your
the day you close, you can get your
the day you
homestead.
close, you don't have to wait. Yeah, you don't wait anymore till after January. And after you close and they show at the county that it's in your name, you can go on HCAP.
Wow.
And see it's in your name. You can go down there and get your homestead. So and so we automatically put it, especially on new construction, you need it.
Wow.
Even some resale, especially with the way
resale.
taxes went up.
Especially if it's over 65, then you have to recap what it's going to be. If somebody, because that person, unless they 65, they're not going to get that rate. But we still will recap it and then do the 20% discount for the homestead. Yes.
Yeah, so we had a client who was going through the community land trust and was like perfect candidate, and the deal couldn't get done. And we were just like this program is designed for this person, but y'all have so many parameters that you're pushing the people that need it the most.
The city, was it with the city or the county? City. Another agent reached out to me, that they haven't gotten a response and they've been waiting since February. Yeah. The city community land trust, we gotta try to, I've been working with the county more in that hand on, but Noel Bean, I think is the person over at the city.
That was Darren Blakemore.
Darren Blakemore. He's still there, I think. I emailed him a couple.
Darren's been around for a while though, because he used to, I remember Darren, I think he was in this 2600 building for a long time. Okay.
So when you all see on the news about the money going back, they arguing back and forth about the money, the state and the city, if we don't hurry up and figure it out, they're going to lose the money.
At least Harris County will listen. Because we had several calls with them, and matter of fact, what's his name? The Asian guy. He spent 2 hours on the phone with us, going through everything and showing us where the sites were and everything. Because they really want to make it work.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna figure it out, because we gotta get people in the house.
That's right.
We gotta get our people.
And we had our last option. That's how I build them ourselves and give them a key. That's it. That's where we are.
But thanks for the opportunity. Thanks for the opportunity for us.
Well,
Well, we had been talking for a while about doing something, so we finally was able to.
Does anybody online have any questions? You can unmute yourself, or you can put in the chat if you have any questions. And I don't know, do y'all have any questions?
I do.
Go ahead,
So I have a client that actually is doing a Houston Community Land Trust. And because we've been trying to get in touch with Darren as well. And I think she was qualified for like 70,000.
In the subsidy.
But she still hasn't heard anything back. She's already done the class. They said her next step was orientation. She hasn't heard anything back on that. So, and now she's like at another lender. And I'm like,
moving around, the lender don't seem to be the problem. It seemed to be
it depends, because with our situation, the lender was the problem and they was the problem. That's why I'm
and it's not that many lenders that do the community land trust.
Exactly.
First and foremost, it's not that many lenders, and it's not that many title companies.
Because I like that space.
Just come over to y'all.
That's right. But on the Houston, you can send an email to Shirley or myself, and we'll do what we did with the county, and get them on the phone. they'll respond to us because they know if they don't respond, we're gonna take it a little bit farther.
Okay.
Let's get them on the phone and figure out what's going on with your particular client before we have the client go through it.
Yeah.
Moving on. Let's do some back end work. We're at the end of the month. Send the email. If we don't, let's make this a priority come Wednesday. Okay, because holiday weekend, we probably won't get them tomorrow. And for us, we're trying to finish the month out. But Wednesday, we'll start 2:00 Wednesday. We'll be on it trying to make phone calls and get it done for you.
And two, it might be that we may need to help that lender understand a few things so that they can just keep it over there if it makes sense to keep
That's
it
right.
over there, you know.
And let me ask you.
And who, again, there's limited lenders that do the land trust program. So know that
So
upfront.
I think she just kind of got frustrated with that. And now she went with another lender, and now she qualifies for, like, I think 170 conventional.
So she
Okay.
qualifies for less on it.
More, but more, but she's been, but she can. I mean, she has like a 689 credit score.
Is she going with the
has
lender that's
cash.
offering direct down payment assistance? Is that why she
Yes,
moved?
and
So
they-
she's probably going with some kind of conventional portfolio product.
Right, and then also she was qualified for the LIFT program, but
Okay,
she's still not, like, she can't qualify. I mean, there's nothing out there, so.
Lift is gone, right?
no, they have like a couple of phases.
Oh, okay.
And they might be in that second phase now. This is the thing you have to understand too about loan officers. Some loan officers are strictly commissioned, so they're not gonna take time out for
Right.
programs. We work kind of for the bank and we're on a different setup because the bank want us to be able to offer these programs. So whether I close a loan today or it take me 6 months, I'm still gonna get paid some money. And then if that file closes, it'll just get a bonus on it or whatever. So sometimes it's the way the loan officer is structured, if your file gonna be of urgency or not. Everything is urgent to me.
That's right. And that's the key. Okay, so
Everything is-
we close high-end loans. We close low-end loans.
Yeah, and I feel like.
Our pay is going to be the same.
Like that's-
What matters to us is that we got a loan, you know? And also, because we understand us and we care about us, our clients that's around $100,000 house is going to get treated the same way our client that's buying $1 million house. I treat them no differently.
Because we care about us.
We care about us. That's right.
And even the high-end loans, sometimes
They just, you guys just finish.
those are not the
I don't
smoothest
see
deals.
me.
Sometimes those are not the smoothest loans.
Yeah.
I mean,
The construction
everybody has some
firm,
kind of
that's
issue.
that's a beast.
That's a beauty too.
Yeah.
That's a beast. Yeah.
Everybody got some
But we
kind
close
of
them in
issue.
40 days, you know. Get through
Let's
it.
help some people.
Yeah.
Help some people
Yes,
get in the
most
house.
definitely.
Well, this is a real big weapon and tool in the tool belt. So I'm glad y'all came and shared it.
Yeah.
You know, when we were trying to put the marketing and the flyer together, and Shay told me what I was like, what? Let me see what they told me.
We are operations people. We're behind the scenes. We're not sales people. So sometimes
Don't worry, we
we're
got
supporting
I
you.
told
You know?
y'all- I was like, no, let's be busy.
Yeah.
I said, Michael, give me the skinny, give me the skinny of this.
May I end up with this?
Yeah,
closeout?
absolutely.
Okay, I know Mr. Davis is participating.
I am.
I am the chair for the Texas Association of Real Estate Brokers State Conference. Next time you all see me, I'll probably look 10 years younger.
We know how to work.
Running around.
We got exactly 2 more weeks.
So we can't wait to get to it.
But seriously though, labor of love, this conference is in Houston this year. If you've never participated in a conference, you come out. It's at the Moran City Center. The registration costs, I think we have 10, 11 more registrations that's available. But it's an experience. It's for the members. If you are a member of HBREA, the cost is $199 because you automatically become a member of the state as well as the national. And the theme for the conference is United, Committed, and Empowered for Success. The purpose behind the theme is we all have to unite. We don't care, realtors, lenders, whatever. We have to be united, understand these types of programs out there. What can we do to save our community? Because for whatever reason, where everybody else goes forward, we go back.
Yeah.
And every time they push a button or don't push a button, who gets affected?
Yeah.
You know, the pandemic hurt us worse than it hurt anybody else for whatever reason. And we just floating along, you know, and got hit with the same thing they did.
Yeah.
So let's unite, empower each other, learn from each other, meet somebody you don't know, and network, have fun, and come back re-energized. So if you all have the opportunity, I'm gonna give you the card. If you want to come in, if you can't make it in for the registration, we would like to come that Friday night for our scholarship fundraiser. It's networking.
Well, I'm gonna speak on it. I've been a member of HBREA. I've been to TARAB conferences. I've been to NARAB conferences. I've been to HBREA conferences. Never been to a conference. With it being in the city of Houston and with the price being, $199. Well, what is it for the?
It's $199 now. It was $149.
What is it for nominal?
Number $249.
All right, so $249. That's if you're a member of HBREA.
He can do a broker. He can do a
If I
broker.
get 10 of y'all, I can get right. I gotta get 10
Get
of y'all.
five. Just need
All right, if I
five.
get
Buy
five of
1,000
y'all.
and you get a free ad. You all brokers get a
So
free ad.
if I get 5 of y'all, then we can do it for 1,000. Right? All right, but here's my point. Conferences can be very expensive, especially when they're not in the city that you're going in, and even just the registration price. For what you're going to get by attending this conference is well worth the value. You ain't got to worry about hotel. You ain't got to worry about travel. It's already in your city. And for the amount that the registration fee is well worth the money. For the information that you're going to get, for the connections that you're going to make, like Catherine says, it's an experience. And it's an experience that can help your business, your real estate business, as well as help you as a Black real estate professional as it relates to what you're able to see statewide and what people are doing statewide that look like us. So I highly encourage you to take advantage. Especially if you've never been to a conference. Now, if you've been to a conference, again, still come because it's a lot of value for what you're paying for.
Let me tell you how important
network, and referral, because somebody in San Antonio might not want to come here to Houston to show their relative a house, and they said, "Oh, I met so and so. Let me connect. Yeah.
Let me tell you how important Texas is. This is how important this market is to the banks, how important this market is nationally. For the president, it's starting off at 2 o'clock. The conference starts at 1 o'clock on that Thursday, June 9th. So at 1 o'clock, we're gonna do a light session. If you want to become a mobile notary, you can sit in on that class. The lady will be there to give you all that information for you. But at 2 o'clock, we're doing a women in real estate session. And who's leading that panel, who's flying in to be here with us to start that panel is the executive director of NARAB, the executive director of the National Association, C. Renee Wilson, Miss Lydia Pope, the president of the National Association, and then our first vice president, Miss Courtney Johnson-Rose, who's here locally. Those three ladies are going to kick us off at 2 o'clock in a conversation setting with a Q&A, and it follows back up, it back into the Black Home Ownership Summit, and it's breaking down, going over some of the solutions, hearing your feedback. They're telling you how this is coming together since November, where we are, what you're saying is working, is not working. They're here. They're coming here to be a part of us. We have Freddie Mac that will be there. In your registration cost, that cost includes all the sessions. See, when you put somebody on the outside, bring them in to put it on you, so you get some different perspectives, and that's what they ask for. Mentally, for us, we always, we pay registration costs, we do things, but then you got to still buy your food, you still got to do this and that. We wanted to make it locally feasible. The major banks are all participating, and they have had, some of them have conferences in other areas that they are pulling their staff from, executive team from, to come be at this conference because Texas is important, okay? Where other markets don't survive or thrive, Texas finds a way to thrive. So you're not just hearing off the hip stuff. So in that package, you get all your class and your education. It starts at 1 o'clock that Thursday. That Thursday night, the president's reception will take place. Ms. Pope, the president of NARAB, she'll be in attendance at that. All the sponsors pretty much will be in that room. Get to meet some of these banking people, some of these executives. Give them your card. Get their card. Because you know what happens? When you got your file, when you've entrusted us with your livelihood and something does not go right, you have a voice and you got their direct number. Not that you're complaining about something, Shirley and I, if you're complaining about something, you address it with us and we don't immediately rectify it. You have a right, and this is with any lender, to pick up the phone and call their next level and say, hey, I'm trying to help you all. I've given you all my client and I just need some help. They will listen. This is the opportunity to do that. That morning you get up, you got breakfast, a full breakfast buffet, the opening ceremony, ribbon cutting, then our sessions, a panel, a legends panel that Courtney Johnson Rose will moderate with some true people that's been in the game over 20 plus years. And they're gonna tell you the highs and the lows and how to navigate certain things. Then we have a diversity luncheon. The speaker from Hancock Whitney, Lenny McNeil, our executive manager, will open us up for the opening ceremony. The Hancock Whitney's executive manager will do the diversity luncheon. We have classes, 3 or 4 or 5 classes after that. Some of them are going on simultaneously. And then that night at 6 o'clock, the regional meeting is 3:30 to 5:30. 6 o'clock, Kim Barnes-Henson is who's going to be the president-elect for the state. She's hosting a VIP reception for that, but then right at 7 o'clock, we got a major red carpet event to walk in for the casino night, and it's just gonna be a party.
It's gonna be a fun.
We didn't do a gala because we said if we wanted them to come and learn and educate, what time are they gonna really have to get dressed up and want to feel like coming and just sitting here in this? And how much value is that going to add if they can't really just get to talk to people?
Right.
Don't leave out of that room that night without meeting 3 people that you did not know.
Right.
Nobody's gonna bite you, stab you, or hurt you.
That's right.
Talk.
Right.
We gotta work this out. Yeah. And then Saturday morning you get up, inspirational breakfast included. Pastor Rasmus is gonna give us a positive word. We move into the general meeting, the annual meeting. Everybody that's a member of the organization is, you don't have to come to the conference. You can still come into this annual meeting. And then they'll do the installation of the new officers and that'll wrap us up. Conference is at 3 o'clock. So a lot going on in 2.5 days, but it's of value.
It's very valuable, very valuable. So I'm talking from experience. I've been to a number of them, been with this organization for a long time. Every time I go, I get a lot of value out of it. That's why I keep going. I keep spending my money. And even if they're not here, I go to them. So
Right.
Take advantage.
Yeah, it's important, very important. Because you
We
meet
appreciate
people
your
from other
time.
cities and everywhere.
Yeah.
You'd be
No, it was my
surprised.
pleasure. All right.
Thank you.
Any other questions before we shut things down, before we go eat? Got some good food in there today. Woo, I love when they bring good stuff.
Okay, so you all got a notebook from us, some sanitizer, the notepad.
Thank you.
And we get gifts too. See, y'all gonna start coming back into the office. That's what y'all gonna start doing.
Thank you.
Did you get one to Shay?
Yeah, get one.
Okay.
Do you have your card?
They're in the folders.
folders.
And then I got some more over here.
You need some more.
Sure,
Agents that can come in.
All right, well, if you're on Zoom and you don't have any other questions, we're gonna officially shut it down. And we're gonna have some lunch. So y'all have a good old great rest of your day.
And thank you guys very, very much for
Get some
listening in.
extra cards.
We would love to see you. So anytime you want us to meet you, even if it's a one-on-one,
Thank you.
we're here.
Please send the information about July 3rd so we can go ahead and do what we need to do on our end to get it approved and all
Shane,
of
you heard
that.
that? The information about July 30th. They're like, she make the call right now.
So this one person that I had that was trying to work with the Houston Land Trust,
Uh-huh.
that's now with another lender, and I think she just is getting just disgusted and.
So when she went to the new lender, that she got a pre-approval,
She got a purple, that was the 170.
170. And so then what, so is it now just because she's not home?
I think that's it.